Hey guys, I'm Rogan, and this is my rant. So this one might be a controversial take. It's kind of like a counter narrative. That's what I'm calling it. That might be the title of this video. But hello, I'm Rogan. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back. For those of you who've seen these videos before, they're very unscripted and ranty and that type of stuff. So we believe in the diversity of thought here on this channel, and I forgot to say that in the previous videos. I'm a little rusty, so one of my catchphrases. And so we talk about physical, mental, spiritual, and financial health on this channel. My goal isn't to make this like a self-help guru or a dedicated self-improvement channel, because like the things I'm saying, I'm talking from my life and my personal experiences. And this isn't meant to be concrete advice like, oh, you should do this, you should do that, like, learn from me. It's, take with it, because everybody has their own life experiences. They have their own values, their own trauma, their own life events that happen, their own finances. Everyone has a unique life circumstance or experience. So when I talk about this type of stuff, it's not really directed to anybody in particular. I mean, yes, I'm addressing the audience, but so what I'm going to talk about today is working. Like you see a lot of content on YouTube, like quit your 9 to 5, or start a YouTube channel, sell things online, drop shipping or selling things on eBay. Everybody's looking to get the most amount of money for the least work possible. And that's not inherently a bad thing. But I like my job. I have a good job. It gives me a lot of opportunities financially and time off wise and stuff like that. But you need money, right? And sometimes an easier, like traditional path is, you get a 9 to 5 job. I personally, I work 7 to 3. I really like that shift. But what I'm saying is that you see all these videos where it's like, oh, why isn't anybody working anymore? It's like, there's a lot of toxic things sometimes in the workplace. HR can be a little bit of a headache sometimes in certain companies. And the people you work with can be tough sometimes, or the way you're treated, or making you do extra jobs and not being paid to do said extra jobs. Companies don't treat their employees like they used to. Let's be real. And I understand a lot of the frustrations and stuff like that. But that being said, I wanted to cover that part of the argument. And yes, but sometimes the qualities of these jobs in the modern job market aren't as good as they used to be. But it depends on like what you go to school for, because you can go to school, college, a university, you can get a useless degree or a useful one, like underwater basket weaving or liberal arts, or stuff like that. That's not really good. Business is hit or miss. Some people say you don't really need a business degree to be successful in business, and some people say it's beneficial, the networking possibilities and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is that work spares us from 3 things: boredom, vice, and need, and stuff. So I learned that from my sober app that I use to help keep me sober and stuff like that. So boredom, if you're getting in your car, I mean, working from home is nice if you like that type of thing. I personally don't, but boredom, like you're focused on doing something for a set amount of time a day, and you're adding value, and you're either making a product, or you're demonstrating or providing a service. Like I'm kind of in the service business. So and then vice, if you didn't have a job to go to, or even if you work from home, right? Vices, you wouldn't have something to occupy your time, and you'd be home all day. And most other people are working, right? I mean, there is a lot of people that aren't in the labor force right now. I don't know what those exact numbers are, but vice, if you're home and you're not really doing much, if you're watching YouTube, or you're not creating something like I'm creating something right now, if you're not writing, or you're not looking through coins like I do, you'll turn to some of these vices to maybe make things more interesting. Like you'll drink, or you'll smoke, or you'll do. It's just and like the boredom can lead to doing those things that like amplify like what you're feeling, and then like the need part of it is kind of like things it's work really provides you structure. And like, yes, you can make the argument, say like, oh, well, I'm just working to make somebody else rich. The money you make, you can use that as a tool. I don't know I don't know everybody's situation, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, but if you saved a little bit of money over the course of a few months, and you're like, oh wow, now I have an emergency fund. That's great. If life happens, then I have something to fall back on, right? But then if you have a passion project, like kind of like what I'm doing right now, this is more like a hobby. I don't see myself making money from this anytime soon. But if you really want to make YouTube videos and you're inspired by certain type of niche content that you really want to like give your 2 cents on, you can buy a gimbal like I'm using, or you can buy an actual camera like I'm using a phone right now, but you can buy a camera, or you can buy lighting, or you can buy things. You can like kind of like invest in that side. You can using work that you may not be too fond of, or you're either indifferent toward your job, you don't like it, you like it enough to go there. You can. It doesn't have to be like that forever. You don't have to be at the same job, or you can try to advance yourself and stuff like that. But like you can use that job as a tool. It's like, yeah, you may not like it, but all of this don't want to work culture videos on YouTube. I understand the pitfalls and the frustrations and the grievances and the aggravations that come with modern work. All right, I mean, I deal with my fair share of BS at my job, but I still overwhelmingly like it a lot more most days than just sitting at home and doing nothing. It beats that for me. But like I said, everyone's life experience is different. But reframe that thinking, right, and say like, oh, I may not make a ton of money, but the money that I can save, I can use it as a tool to do something I'm really passionate about in the future. Think forward, think in the future. And then there's also the circumstance of someone, oh, I don't really make a lot and it all goes to bills and I don't have any money to save. Well, think about where you could cut corners. Do you want lobster every night, or do you want that coffee from Dunkin' every day? Certain things that you can cut, like going out to eat, or spending a lot of money on video games. There's a lot of things that you can cut out of your life, So that's just my 2 cents. I mean, I know it's probably going to be an unpopular opinion. I might get some flack for it, but hey, I'm Rogan, and that was my rant. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, and smash that dislike if you didn't like my shirt, my topic, or my face. Just remember to smash that dislike button for me. Subscribe, it's free, and the notification bell. It might work, it might not. If you want to see more videos from this crazy guy right here, I would love to hear what you have to say in the comment section down below. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. I'll see you next time.